Friends, what is up? Greg Newmaster here, coming at you with another action figure review. Today I have Marvel Legends Retro Series Green Goblin, Norman Osborn himself, the arch supervillain of Spider-Man. One of my favorite villains. He's kind of like the Joker, a little bit more split personality. Has a lot more cool gadgets. I think he's got the glider, he's got the pumpkin bombs, the different I guess they're like sparklers that come from his fingertips, but they can cause some serious damage to Spidey. And just the evolution of Norman Osborn through the years in the comic books. Couple of my favorite moments, top three favorite moments of the Green Goblin is number one, killing Gwen Stacy. That was a turning point in Spider-Man's life. When Gwen died, that was just another layer of Spider-Man's resolve and character, and that was because of the Green Goblin. And then the Green Goblin dies at that moment. Another favorite moment was in the Clone Saga when you figure out that it's the Green Goblin who is behind this crazy convoluted story the whole time. Like Norman Osborn comes back and it's just mind-blowing. And I know that's become a trope of just constantly resurrecting characters in the comic books, but when he comes back and fights Spider-Man and you realize that he was responsible for the clones, he was just responsible for all of this secret pain in Peter's life. It's just amazing. And then he kills Ben Reilly. Another favorite moment was in the Dark Reign series. When he becomes the Iron Patriot, he kind of usurps power from Tony Stark because Tony Stark messed up with a bunch of stuff with Civil War, then the Secret Invasion, then Siege. Love those storylines, just great stuff. And Norman Osborn becomes the Iron Patriot and forms the Dark Avengers, which is just awesome. Love those storylines. So today we have the Retro Series Green Goblin. Once again, this is more based off the cartoon Green Goblin, which looks great, by the way. This is just the same sculpt that they've been using for Hobgoblin and the previous Green Goblin figures, except we get a new head and we get a Norman Osborn head, which is very rare, and it looks great, by the way. But let's take a look at the card first, because I love these cards because they're reminiscent of the 90s cartoon, which I loved. I'll read it to you real quick what it says here. One of the few who knows that Spider-Man is really Peter Parker. The Green Goblin is perhaps the web-slinger's greatest foe. And I couldn't agree with that more. He definitely hates him. There's just a lot of history with Norman and Harry being Peter's best friend, and then Harry also becoming the Green Goblin. Here's the card. Yeah, that's definitely an animated series looking Green Goblin. But yeah, I just love these retro series. Very nostalgic for me or anyone who was a kid in the 90s or a collector in the 90s. Grew up with the X-Men, the animated series, the Spider-Man, the animated series on Fox Kids. Every Saturday morning at me and my cousins, we would sleep over each other's houses, wake up at like 7 in the morning and just watch cartoons until like 11. I can't remember now though. I think Spider-Man was on Fridays and X-Men was on Saturdays, if I can remember correctly. But that was a long time ago. But it was awesome. And they were just so well done. And the guy who voiced Peter Parker, he was the guy from the Brady Bunch movies. And he just had a great voice. And anytime I think of Peter Parker, I always hear his voice. But anyhow, on to the action figure. So, like I said, it's the same sculpt that we've gotten before, but now we have a new head. And it's a great head. When I saw the pictures of it, I wasn't sure I was going to like it because of the eyes. The eyes looked really weird because they put really big pupils on it, if you can look at that. But it actually looks really good in person. These ears are a real soft plastic, so you don't have to worry about snapping those off or anything like that. But it looks really good. It's a very light color palette. So we have a very light purple, a very light green, almost like a lime green. I do, in terms of sculpt, what I appreciate is they put this little neck piece here to just kind of cover his neck. Like on the other Green Goblin Hasbro figure, which I have here, they just painted it, and it looks crappy. You see that? See how they just like painted his neck, and it was always kind of like a turtleneck. Like when you would draw the Green Goblin, like you never drew his neck, you drew like a turtleneck. So if you guys can see that, they just painted it. So I really appreciate that they threw just that little neck turtleneck there for him. Same exact glider. It's just a darker metallic. You know, the Hasbro gliders, they've been pretty weak to me. The Goblin's glider also, like, this piece should come off and have spikes in it. That they should just have like an action feature on this. And you know, there's the back. Let's see if it'll focus better for me there. It's not focusing. Let me take this card out of the way and maybe that'll focus better. There it is. There you go. So there's like nice little details. Like there's the turbine, like in the engine there. But I mean, they could have painted it more, made it just a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, these are $20 figures, $25 figures. I paid a little extra to get this earlier, just because I really wanted it. Like, I love Spider-Man so much. He's probably my favorite character. And I love the Green Goblin because he's such a great villain. His little stocking head cap looks cool. The mask looks cool. I mean, imagine it, like, I hated the Green Goblin mask in the Sam Raimi movies. He looked like a stupid Power Ranger. And they showed pictures of the concept art where it was like a rubber mask. It looked like something out of Legend with Tom Cruise, early 80s fantasy movie. And there were goblins in that. It looked so scary and so cool. And I wish they would have went with that. And that's what this mask here reminds me of. However, I do, and it's very traditional looking, looks like the cartoon, but I really love this goblin mask too. Like, that's a great sculpt. But it looks good, man. This is a fantastic figure. You know, Hasbro in their typical fashion, they don't sculpt anything on. They just throw like loose goods on there. So his belt is like just a loose plastic. Here's his little purse, his little pink purse, we'll call it, where he carries his pumpkin bombs and little bats that he throws and various explosives and whatever he wants to put in it. And that looks good. That's just like the same purse mold they've been using. They even gave Mary Jane this exact purse when you had the Mary Jane and Spider-Man 2-pack. So there he is. So let's get, oh yeah, don't want to forget, there's just the typical, here's the little pumpkin bomb. Man, it won't focus on it. Why are you being a jerk? There it is. So there's the pumpkin bomb. Sorry for my fat fingers. Yeah, just nice little pumpkin bomb accessory. Doesn't go in the hand very well. But here's here's a comparison with, so I showed you the other Green Goblin. Love this Green Goblin. This is probably the best sculpted Green Goblin. This is from the Fearsome Foes pack. Just look at that face. like this is out of this world. That's how good this is. This is like I think this is Alex Ross, based off of Alex Ross's drawings of Green Goblin. Like, look at that. They even put translucent eye caps over Norman's eyes, and this is stunning. So this is probably the best looking Green Goblin figure, I would say, the Fearsome Foes one. Here is the classic Toy Biz one, and you got to give him props. This is the only one with the other Norman Osborn head. So the only thing I don't like, I got this figure specifically because it had the Norman Osborn head. Look, this figure also has the turtleneck on it, so they got that right. But he has like a screaming face. I don't really like the screaming faces. So here, which was another reason I had to get this figure, is it comes with a Norman Osborn head, classic Norman Osborn. And look at that, guys. Just looks great. It even comes with the... I don't know why they drew his hair like this. Him and Harry had like a permy, slicked back, crimped hair look. It was very odd in the comic books, but they gave him like a crimped head. And there it is, man. Love Norman Osborn. I'll swap it out and put it on the figure so you guys can see it. You don't have to look at my sausage fingers. But yeah, just look at that. Oh, great. He's such an evil SOB. Love it. Just excellent head sculpt. So, and obviously you can swap that out and put it on your other Green Goblin figures. I wish they would have given a Harry Osborn head as well. So, looks good on that figure as well. But just great figure. Love it. Highly recommend it. You guys should buy it. I don't know if you're the biggest fan as I don't know if you should pay extra for it on eBay, because those people were gouging hardcore. But great figure. Typical articulation, double jointed knees, thigh cut, bicep swivel. Got a lot. Arms don't go out very far. That's as far as we're gonna get. I'm forcing it because of this chainmail sort of look. We got the wrists bending, both sides, double jointed elbows, good crunch, back crunch. Typical Marvel Legends. Nothing new. So if you had the old figure, there's the ankle joints. We got the pivot in the joints as well. So everything you want to see. There he is from the back. There's a little hole in the back there, so if you want to put him on a stand, maybe. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of this glider. It's just not very good looking. Like I said, I don't know. Look at this glider. This is a classic glider sculpt compared to this one. Just real frumpy. So, anyhow, Norman Osborn, Marvel Legends, Green Goblin Retro Series. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. If you have any comments, please comment. If I forgot anything. Yeah, so I hope you guys are doing great. God bless you all.